Yeah, man. But yeah, that recruiting process, Dane. I mean, it's a process. It's a lot of other stuff that go on during that process. I don't want to put anybody on blast, universities, whatever. It's a lot of under the table stuff that gets you to make decisions.
Man.
Yeah, stuff like that. But like I said, that just the college experience is the best experience of my life, man. I've never experienced nothing like it. JUCO on the A&M, man, and then the NFL experience. It was it was something, man. It was something.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what's up, man. That's dope. I always wonder about that JUCO to D1, like how that process works.
Yeah,
Yo, that's straight out of high school. Sometimes ain't just coming from JUCO.
Hey,
yeah.
Like I said, I went to Plantation High. It was a couple of dudes. My ninth grade year, they were seniors, and then my sophomore year, they used to pull up to the school. And, they had them. They was in them 2000 automobiles at that time.
Yeah, man.
But you just graduated, like.
It's a dirty game, man. It's a dirty game. That's why I'm kind of hopeful they'll, I really feel they need to start paying the college athletes. I really do. Because they bring in so much money for these universities.
And some of these college athletes are coming into college with full families.
Yeah.
Hey,
yeah.
I remember going up to Florida State in '99. And it was a quarterback that remained nameless, had like a Range Rover.
I already know.
And a receiver that remains nameless. It was like a Corvette or something like that. It was something crazy.
I was like, Corvette.
I was like, how are these players crazy? They just bold with it. They're bold with it.
Yeah. Yeah. I had a good friend I went to school with that drove a 600 Benz to school. I was like, what's going on, man? And that's back in the day, so that was that big boy, all white. That thing was so nasty. I was like, man, how you keep it on the don't do that. Yeah, but man, it was a great experience, man. I'll tell you.
So you talked about college.
Mm-hmm.
What was your favorite moment in college?
My favorite moment and one of my best moments, I feel, I guess I could say, the day I broke the NCAA record for the most catches in one game, that was my best moment, man. I could never. It just recently got tied by the cat out of TCU. He was a receiver. He actually got drafted by the Redskins. I forget his name. But yeah, 18 catches in one game. That was my best moment, man.
You still got that ball?
Let me tell you what's crazy, Di. Man, I had so much stuff, so much memorabilia, and just the constant moving around.
Yeah,
I've lost all my memorabilia. I really don't have anything.
Man.
My player of the week plaques, jerseys, and frames. I hate that, but yeah, that's what had happened to me. I've lost all my stuff over the years, but I plan on getting it back. I plan on getting it back. I know where I need to go and who I need to talk to get certain things. It's not going to be the same as the originals, you know what I mean? Stuff, game-worn jerseys, game footballs, not going to be the original stuff, but I plan on getting my collection back on.
Okay.
So who's your favorite teammate at Texas A&M? Or
my favorite teammate at Texas A&M, I have to say it was a running back named DeAndre Hardiman. He was a beast. My buddy, my boy, I call him my little brother. And me and him were real close. Also, my roommate, Jimmy Irby, he was a junior college transfer. He was from California. One of the best DNs I've seen in my life. Very talented athlete. And we lived together actually as roommates off campus, me and Jimmy Irby. But yeah, those two guys I feel I was the closest to. And then I have a buddy that I call my brother from another mother. His name is Brandon Williams. His parents treated me so good, man. I'll never forget it. And they love me to death. So Brandon, I'm shouting out Brandon Williams, man. He was something. He was one of our
What, Brandon?
equipment. He was one of our equipment guys. You know what I mean? And we just got real tight, real close, and he was our roommate as well. So yeah, that. But other than that, yeah, that's my best moment. Other than, you know, I won games in college where we losing 8-9 seconds on the clock. They just throw me a Hail Mary. I go up and get it. Game over, win the game, you know. But my biggest regret was never able to beat the University of Texas. I never got to beat the University of Texas. And that's a big rivalry in Texas. Texas A&M, University of Texas, UT.
That's a huge rivalry.
Huge, man. And when I say they have bonfires, I never got the tan, but I used to give my boy Westbrook the business though. Brian Westbrook, if y'all remember him at corner.
Yeah.
First round pick.
I was about to ask who was on some of them Texas teams.
Yeah, that him. Like I said, guys I played with, man, he was one of the toughest corners I ever played against in college. Brian Westbrook, you know, he was All-American. He was the number 5 pick that year for the Detroit Lions. But I used to give him the business. I used to give him the business. And we had a playoff game where he was guarding me. And this, I think, was the second round of playoff. We got a bye. This was 99 when we went a long way in 99. That's when I had my best year. And I ended up, he was guarding me. I gave him a move, and I put my hand on the ground, spent out, and went and scored a touchdown, man. Brian, he was so sick after that, man. But that was man, he was one of the toughest corners. He was so physical, you know, and it just, I got a long list for the corners in the league because that's that grown man game. But yeah, in college, man, he was the only corner that would give me problems. I promise, the only corner that would give me issues. I went against cats like what's that boy name out of Kansas? Another real good corner. He was supposed to be the man when he went to the league. Chris something. I forget who it was, but yeah, I never had no issues, man, because I was real confident. One thing I want to tell kids, man, to be on that level and play receiver, man, you got to be fearless, man. And that's one thing I was fearless. I wasn't the biggest cat in the world, but I wasn't scared of nobody. I wasn't scared of no task. Coach sent me across the middle more than they sent anybody. You know, I used to get banged up, but you know, I could take it. You know, that just was it, man. You got to be fearless in this game from the little league on up to that next level, that big level, the NFL. If you don't have that fear and confidence in yourself, I mean, it's hard to make it. I was so confident, like, it just was ridiculous, man. My confidence was through the roof, and just that fearlessness I had, it just, a lot of people tell me they've never seen nothing like it, man. It's like, nothing would stop me back then, bro. Nothing would stop me. Whatever I wanted to do, nobody could stand in my way. Nobody. So that just a quality I feel I had, and I try to instill in my sons. You know, don't let nobody stand in your way. Don't be scared. If something you want to do, you work hard at it, and you know, you show up and show out. That's what I tell my kids.
Yeah, that's what's up.
That's a good.
What's up, man. That's good information, good advice to give somebody, for real.
Definitely.
So yeah, so the transition in between the college and the NFL, the whole draft,
right?
How did that work out for you? How was that experience? What was that experience like?
Yeah, how did you get from top 5 to 4th round?
Right, I'm gonna tell you, listen to agents. I had some great agents coming out of college. You know, bought me a car, you know, stuff like that. Wanted me to stay in Texas and train at school. But being a knucklehead, you telling me I'm finna do this and that and the other. You know, I'm gonna be a high pick or whatever. I'm thinking money. I'm thinking, okay, so I'm gonna do whatever. You know, you got them agents that, and I consider myself one of those athletes that you got them agents that allow you to put yourself in a hole, give you whatever you want, spend this, spend that, because they know you finna go, you finna get drafted, whatever. So I fired my first agents, the Poston brothers, which were great agents, man, and I regret firing them. And I hired this agent, this lawyer down here, and he had these handlers, I guess you could say, put me in a nice condo. You know, gave me all the money I wanted. You know, and when I go to the draft, they telling me don't run. So when I go to the draft, I didn't run the 40. I didn't do the workout. I showed up for the interviews and I left. Listening to them, you're a top pick. So that really is how I feel. I fell as far as I did, you know.
Yeah.
Doing the right things. Because I really didn't, you know, once I left my first agents and I came back to Florida, you know, they always do is hang out, spend money, you know. I had the whole Cayman Scare Parlor was at my apartment on draft night. You know, they showed me a lot of love, but it's like, we looking, it's like, hey, 4th round? But, you know, I just took that as, you know, it really didn't matter what round I was in, I made it. So when I get there, I'm gonna show them what time it is, you know.
Yeah.
Had that little chip on my shoulder type situation. You know, when I just that's all it was. When I fell that far, I was hurt. Because, you know, my stats was better than pretty much everybody. Like Riedel and Ike, you know, they was at Florida and they won that championship around that time. So they had this good stats, but I just knew Dolphins was gonna pick me with that 10th pick that year. Like I said, I can remember this like yesterday. And all because I didn't run.
Hey, hold on. Let me ask you a question because it's funny. I was just watching I Am Athlete podcast. Shout out to B Marshall and them boys over there. Hey, but they had Stephon Diggs and Jarvis Landry on there. Do you remember the receivers that was picked before you in your draft?
Yeah, them guys. I mean, but actually I don't, because it ended up being, like I said, me falling for it. It ended up being at least about 12 receivers that went before me.
Yo, it's crazy. Them boys said that like he had the list and he was reading, and them boys was like, they was calling the names out. They was like, I remember every receiver that went before me. Like, you know what I mean? Because you know what I'm saying? They was like, I think Diggs was a 5th round draft pick, and I think Landry was like 4th round too.
Yeah, they was. I mean, they had something to prove, man. I actually had a list like that for a few years once I got drafted. You know, that drive you, man. You be like, I know these guys ain't better than me, so I'm gonna do whatever.
Yeah.
But like I was saying, the only reason I felt I didn't get that 10th pick, because when you because like I said, he went to University of Miami, but he didn't set the world on fire. They didn't have a lot of stats. But at 6, I think he was 6'3", 6'4", and went to that combine and ran that 4.3.
Mm-hmm.
That's what got him drafted. You know, shout out to him, my boy, whatever. I'm not, you know, it's no hate, nothing but love. But it's like, you know, you look at things. Just like I feel that surprise quarterback that was picked the other day, because I ain't know nothing about that Lance cat.
Oh, yeah.
And to get picked with the 3rd pick over all these hyped up quarterbacks, you know, you never know what can happen. Just how you work and whatever. And that was an example to me. I was like, guys,
that was Dez team that picked, buddy.
Yeah, man. I ain't see that coming. I ain't see it coming at all.
Yeah. Shanahan, he sees something in him. So, but yeah, like I said, I feel if I would have did what I had to do, man, and went out there, because man, I had some hands, man. I probably still do. I ain't caught a football. It was unreal, man. I can catch anything. I used to be in front of a jug machine, man. I could be 5 yards away and they hitting that thing at 40 miles per hour, and I'm snagging that ball, man. It's like, I feel if I would have worked out, did my routes, you know, let them see what I could do, that would have raised my stock, and I wouldn't have had to wait so long to get my opportunity. You know what I mean? Because I don't know if y'all recall, once I got my opportunity to start in '99, I had 1,100 yards receiving. So as a full-time starter, and I felt I could have been doing that since I got there. But, you know, I had a bunch of good guys ahead of me. No lie. You know, I played with cats like Irvin Fryer. You had the legend Henry Ellert. You know, Al Harper, who was in Dallas for a long time. You know,
boy, Al got a Marine with us. Shout out to Al Harper.
Yeah. Al Harper put me on his wing, man. He put me on his wing like no other, man. He got on me, man, and showed me how to run routes. And man, like I said, I played on some good guys, man. I really did learn a lot, and I think that's what helped my game excel. You know, unfortunately, my career didn't last as long as I wanted it to. But like I said, I guess the knucklehead stuff was still in me, but
yeah.
You know, I had that experience, and I always say, you know, it's just one of the great moments of my life, great experiences of my life. And I got that opportunity that a lot of kids dream about.
Anytime.
Look, man, there's some good stories. Good knowledge, man.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. That go ahead, Joe.
Oh, no, I was just gonna say, so you know, going through the draft process, 4th round, you end up going to Washington.
Yeah.
All right. So what's your mindset? I know you say you had a chip on your shoulder with that 4th round, but what you thinking when you get to Washington?
Well, when I got there, and actually, Joe, is a funny piece of that I actually, once I didn't run at the combine and work out at the combine, I had a private workout at the University of Miami. So I had a bunch of receiver coaches, maybe about 20 teams, and Dallas Cowboy receiver coach was out there working out. You know, he was hyping me up, telling me they were going to bring me in. And then I think Mike had put a bug in his ear. You know, we need to bring young cat in from Fort Lauderdale, whatever. And I thought they were going to bring me to Dallas, but I ended up, you know, making a better impression on Washington when it was time and I was still on the board. So I think that's why. But that process was like I said, it was hell for me, man. You know, especially when you feel you're supposed to be there, supposed to be recognized as one of the top guys in your class, you know, stuff like that. And it hurt my heart, man. I didn't know what to do. I got so upset, you know, when I got to myself or whatever, because I just knew, I'm like, I really screwed up. I'm like, man, it's no way I shouldn't have been on that board in the 1st round. It's no way. You know, the reviews and the critiques of me was, man, this man got hands like a surgeon. You know, they just say stuff like that about me, man, just how good I was catching that ball, and to fall like that. Yeah, it was devastating, but I didn't quit. Like I said, as much as I went through to get there, I ain't quit. I just knew it's just going to take some time. That's all.
Yeah, that's what's up. Good old Washington. Dang, boy, you should have been in Dallas.
Let me throw another thing in there. When you said what motivated, what, you know, my drive, whatever, that year when I got ready to start, Joe, I was I guess they wasn't feeling me still, so they put out there they was gonna trade for Joey. I don't know if people remember that. They were gonna trade me for Joey Galloway at that time. And man, when I say that made me so hot, well, I'm like, wow, you know what I mean? And stuff like that. It's not like they talk to you about stuff like that when, you know.
Yeah.
And nowadays, cats find out they got traded online. So I don't. But it's like they don't tell you stuff like that. And just to hear that, they will, you know, you hear it through the news and through the sportscast, you know. Joey Galloway coming to Washington, or possibly coming to Washington. They're gonna trade Albert Connor and such and such pick. And when it didn't go through, I said, I got y'all. When it didn't go through, and from that first game of the season, 100-some yards against the Cowboys, even though we should have beat them and lost. But from that point on, man,
DC for life. DC for life.
Yeah, man. From that moment, I just knew, man, I'm gonna get it. So yeah, that's that story about that. Yeah, it's just I couldn't believe it. I mean, first of all, I fell to the 4th round. Then for y'all to talk about trading before y'all even gave my shot to be a starter, you know, that heated me a little bit. So, but no, I knew once I got that opportunity, I'd take advantage of it.
Yeah. And you was at, how long you was in Washington? What you did?
5 years.
4 years.
4 years. 4 years.
4 years
Till
in Washington.
01. Yeah.
Okay. And then after Washington, you ended up going to the Saints.
To the Saints.
How did that process work? How did that transition work from them two?
You know, it kind of you gonna always feel some kind of way when you think the team that you're on, you know, wants you. You know what I mean? It's a part of the game, part of the business where you know, trades or you go sign somewhere else or, you know, whatever. I could have re-signed with Washington, but the money wasn't what you know, like I say, you're young, so you're listening to agents and you're listening to people like that. And so, yeah, I was like, the money wasn't right. I'm going to go to New Orleans. They offered me a bigger contract. So I went there. Like I said, unfortunately, it didn't work out in New Orleans. Made a bonehead mistake and ended up, pretty much that's when my career went downhill. never was able to play in the league again. Kind of got blackballed, but you know, I like I said, it's a life lesson. Make better decisions. You know, I took it on all by myself. It's a lot that went with that, but I took it all on myself, man. It wasn't about me telling them nobody or snitching or whatever. You know, I felt it wasn't even that serious, but to the team it was, and that's the worst moment of my life right there as far as the league. But you know, I kept going. I went. They had some tryouts for the Canadian Football League in Virginia, where I was living. Basically, that's where we were based at for the Skins. And I said, you know, I want Canadian football. Man, I'm supposed to be in the NFL. Then it's cold up there. I ain't want to go up there. But
having flashbacks about that skiing trip.
Yeah, it was cold. It was cold in DC.
Yeah. Oh yeah, well, you know, it snowed in DC a lot too. It snowed in DC a lot.
What
but
time,
like I said, we were
what time frame were you in DC?
DC East Coast time.
I mean, but like what year? What year?
Oh, what time frame? Like I said, 97 to 01. Well, 2000.
Yeah, so we were up there around the same time.
Yeah, 97, 2000. That's,
Yeah,
like I said, I got drafted.
You was in DC.
Yeah, I got up to DC around 2000.
Yeah,
okay,
I'm in DC.
People don't know we call the Redskins. Well, we were called the Washington Redskins, but we were based out of Virginia, Ashburn, Virginia. So that used to always blow my mind. And then our stadium was in Maryland, so I'm like, where the Washington Park come Yeah, that was crazy. But yeah, man, that was something, man. It's just, I got, you know, I had some personnel people put some bugs in my ear, meaning, you know, go to Canada, go ahead and do that. Stay on the straight and narrow, you know. This could be your door back into the, you know, back into the league. So I did that. Balled out, man, but a bunch of unfortunate circumstances started happening in Canada. I never had major injuries until I went to Canada. I don't know if it's the weather or whatever, man, but the first year I tore my abdominal wall.
It was that big old field they play on.
I reached up for a pass and my stomach ripped in half.
Oh.
What?
And, that was the most painful thing. I didn't think I'd come back from that. It ripped. I tore the muscle in my stomach, it ripped in half. And it was like, I didn't think I can come back from that. Then you know, and I'm up there in Canada, I'm balling, y'all. I'm like, man, I'm leading the league. Every time I'm balling. Got hurt. Came back next year, balling. Leading the league again. Nobody touched me. I was coming off the line, about to run my route. And the first step I took off the line, I tore my MCL.
Mm-hmm.
No contact, no nothing. Coming off the line, tore my MCL. And when I tried to come back from that, man, it just was so hard. I had gotten to a place, man, I'd never gotten before. You know, I got real depressed when I got in trouble in the league and couldn't play no more. But just to keep getting hurt and how hard it was for me I couldn't shake the pain. I just went into a real big depression, man. And I just like, man, I can't do this no more. Much as I love the game, I can't do this no more. So I gave it all up, man. I came back to the States. And ever since then, you know, I'm a working man, you know. Not ashamed to say it. I'm a working man. Got to do what I got to do to take care of my family.
Yeah.
And, but yeah, that experience, you know, I played long enough to where later on down the line in life, I'll be okay. You know, I was able to get my pension. So, you know, but as long as I'm able to work, I'm going to work and do what I got to do. And, you know, I got a great support structure, so it's going to be good. Everything will be good.
Cool.
What's up, man? He was up there in Canada, like they say, on that extra long field.
Yeah,
man, look here.
Long, wide
you can clown me, Joe. I have a leather coat on up under my pants.
Wait a minute.
I swear to God, they used to clown me, dog. That's how cold it was up there. Leather coat up under my shoulder pads. And coach said, man, go in there and take it off. I'm like, man, look here.
Did you put the rubber gloves under the gloves?
Yeah, the little rubber gloves. Yeah, you put them under the glove. Then you put these little knit gloves. You find a small, thin pair like knit, man. None of that really would work, man, because my feet and my hands. No, I'm playing in blizzards. I've never experienced that. We playing in blizzards. Can't see. You throw me the ball, I'm still wondering where it's at. I can't see it. Yeah, that was crazy. That
All over the
experience,
place.
yeah, that was crazy. I've never played in weather like that. I've played in snow, but man, just blizzards. I mean, and guys going hard. You got the big linemen, they out there in shorts and short sleeves. Like it ain't. Man, look here. I got on
That's funny.
7 pair of tights. I got long johns, body armor, long shirt. I couldn't deal with that mess, man. But yeah, that was a great experience too. And one summer I was able to bring my kids up, and they stayed with me for the whole season. My 3 sons, and that was a great experience for them. But yeah,
I know they enjoyed it.
Oh yeah. You know, it was always good because nobody was up there for me but them. To see them in the stand with my little jersey on, with the name on them, that used to always be a good feeling for me, man. I used to love seeing that.
That's what's up, man. And you say you got 3 sons. How old are your sons?
My sons, my oldest is 26. My middle son, he just turned 22 on April 24th. And my baby boy be 21 in June. So yeah, they all grown boys. The younger 2 are in college right now. And the older one live in Houston, has made me a grandfather to my grandson Tremaine. Yeah, I'm a grandpa. I feel some type of way about that, but you know.
Look, the first now we done had a bunch of black fathers on, you know what I mean? We got us a black grandpa on the
first one.
First grandpa.
Oh, don't put me out there like that.
We got Papa on with us.
You know? And shout out to Amani. I love her to death. She like a daughter to me.
Shout out to Scooty.
That's my experience right there of having a daughter. She's wonderful. I love her to death.
All right, so you talked about all that, your college and NFL and Canadian League. So what's going on now? What's up for AC? What does AC have going on now after the NFL? What's that? What is that?
Like I said, I've worked a bunch of different jobs in a bunch of different fields. I'm settling in right now. I'm working for a railroad right now. I'm an inspector. Love my job. It's a great job, great opportunity. And but other than that, man, I'm really about to try to start doing things, to get back out there. I was talking to JoJo about it. I might want to get my own little podcast started, and just talk with folks, get on there, because I know a lot of guys that, like myself, have, I feel a lot of people didn't really get what went on with me, because back then I was real passive. I mean, you do something to me, I take it so hard where I don't want to say nothing to nobody, or just let stuff ride. When I never spoke up for myself back in the day, and that, I regret that at every turn. But nowadays, nobody ain't gonna wrong me these days without me speaking up or standing up for myself. So yeah, I mean, it is what it is. Like I said, I'm a working man. I'm gonna work till I'm able to retire and collect that pension from that hard work I had to put in to play in NFL. But
yeah,
I'm good, man. I'm good. Like I said, I'm blessed. I'm healthy, and I can't ask for nothing more. If any opportunity come my way, I'm gonna take advantage of it. I've been trying to do that more in my life these days as I'm getting older, to take advantage of the opportunities I let slip away back in the day. Being young, you got all this money, a lot of opportunities I let slip past me because now I ain't got it, but I'd rather go blow it in the strip club, or you know what I mean, or buying foolishness, buying cars and jewelry, instead of investing. That's another thing I tell these kids, man, to do with their money, to put it up, to invest, because there's a lot of guys, a lot of athletes out here. When it's over, and it's all on them if they're gonna keep going or not. You know what I mean? It's like I at one point I used to always think and worry about what people thought of me, because I used to play NFL, and I get that any job I go to right now. It's like, oh, you playing there? What you doing working here? Okay, I'm working here.
Yeah,
that's right. What are you doing working here?
Doing the same thing you doing.
Same thing you doing. That was an experience in my life. It's over with. Now I'm gonna do what I got to do and not worry about what you got to say about it. You know what I mean? Because it's all, like I said, for a long time, I was embarrassed and I wouldn't get out and do nothing. Then I said, the hell with this. I got to eat. My kids got to eat. Family got to eat.
Yeah.
If I'm able to get out here and work and make money and bring some money home, that's a good thing, man. stop, a lot of guys know I even talk to them, man, stop worrying about what somebody think about you because you played in the NFL, so what? That's something that happened. That was an experience in your life. Now you got to keep pushing, man. You got to keep going.
Yep.
It's a lot of, like I said, it's a lot of guys. I mean, hell, I've touched $1 million in my life. A lot of people can't say that. You know what I mean? But I don't have that. So, I'm going to do what I got to do. And that's just it.
I hear the railroads have a good pension also. So
railroad retirement is great.
Definitely.
Yeah, I'm not going to be, you got to put 30 years in there to get that. So
okay, my bad.
That's why I'm okay. I got my pension that I'm able to collect. I could, there's different levels to it. So around the time I'm ready to retire, me and my family.
Kicks in. So you got any like aspirations to tell your story, like book wise or
oh yeah
television wise?
I've been pushed a lot over the years to write a book, and right now Swan is really pushing me to write a book, and we've even talked to some people. It's pretty pricey, but it's something she wants me to do, and it's something I want to do. Like I said, I got 1 million stories. I mean,
like based on the story that you told us,
yeah,
it'll be a awesome
I got
read.
so many.
It'll be an awesome
I got
read.
so many. It's ridiculous, man. And I want to put it on paper. I want to put my thoughts on paper. One thing I've never done is talk to someone. You know what I mean? I'm in the process of doing that right now. Because it's something I feel needs to be done to make a bigger difference in my life. To make make me. I feel it can make me. It can only help me because I've always kept things bottled in. So those are things I'm doing right now. But I just always wish I would have been able to tell my side of the story or my story, period. And I think I'm gonna get the opportunity to do that. We're still looking at folks and researching it. And like I said, Shawan, she researches everything. She if something you need, she gonna find.
Hey,
so
she's very, she's definitely
very
out
thorough.
of us.
And yeah. So we're on that. I mean, she really pushes that because she really feel I need to tell my story. And like I said, if anything, if it can help somebody, I'm all for it, man. It wouldn't. It to me, writing a book wouldn't even be about trying to be paid or get rich. It's just, to me, I feel like if I put my life story on paper, man, it will mean more to me, or it'll mean something to somebody else that because there's a lot of kids that had going through what I went through, but they just had that push, that drive, that just that want that I had. I wanted it so bad, man, and just nothing could stop me. So if I can put that story in a book and someone's able to read that book and take from it, well, my situation is just as bad, but if he can make it, I can make it. That's all I want out of
it. And I appreciate you in putting your stories out there, because I can tell you this, based on this podcast that we've had, you didn't focus on the goods. You focused on the story and how you got to where you were, and the bads and how you overcame those things. Exactly. That's what the kids that are coming up now need to hear. They don't need to hear everything's great. They need to hear this is what you don't want to do.
Yeah, exactly. Because like you say, I mean, you can talk to guys and they're gonna give you all the highlights from their life. You know what I mean? But not realizing that, okay, you paint this picture for these kids and not let them really understand there's bad times in it as well. So yeah, you're right about that. I mean, everything is not green. The grass ain't always green on the other side, or everything is not what people make it to be. To me, I feel you need to be weary of those who ain't got nothing but good things to say about their life. You know what I mean?
Right.
Right. So you ain't went through nothing.
Right. You ain't.
Let me ask you one more thing. Have you looked at talking to some high school kids, just going to high schools and talking to their football teams again with some coaches and being able to talk to the kids? Because your story, right? You got to get it. I think you got to get out there. The book is a good way, but also just being able to put hands on with some of these kids. I think
you're right about that, Shane. I mean, it would mean even more to interact with the kids in the community and go to these schools and whatever. I know for one, I mean, all I have to probably do is just let BA, Piper, Dilla, anybody from those schools know that I would like to talk to them, and it happened. BA, they wanted me to talk to the kids. I haven't made it out there yet. In Texas, I used to do that all the time. I coached for a little while, Little League, 11, 12-year-old tackle football. But that was something I always did, talk to my kids, have those, go to their school, making sure they're doing, what they're supposed to do. Like you said, when I talk to kids, why am I going to always try to paint a picture that everything is good and you don't, you're not going to have these ups and downs, or you're not going to have these failures. You know what I mean? It's just a matter of how you handle it. How are you able to adjust? Because things change. Life,
right.
Every day things change. And how are you able to adjust to certain situations to get yourself up out of just some of the worst situations? If you want to, you can. That's how I feel about it. And if you don't, you won't, So, I'm really going to, look into that, because since I'm back down here, I've only been back down in Florida since October. But yeah, I really have thought about that, where I need to get out to these schools, because I still feel like I can make a difference by different things, just by my experiences. And, and kids look up to people anyway that that have made it to that level. You'll have their full attention. So, that's something I definitely will do. My buddies, Admiral White, they push me, Dave Senior, they push me. They want me to do things like that. And it's just me. I've been slow about it, still trying to get acclimated and get situated down here in Florida. And but I'm gonna.
Hey, we gonna get you on it. We gonna make sure you get on it.
Hey.
I got a homeboy down there, coach at American Heritage. Shout out to my boy Blue, man. Hey, he coached the DBs down there.
Shout out to Blue.
That's DB Central down there, man. American Heritage. Them boy putting people in the league. You know what I mean? I'm a highlight. We can definitely make that connection. We'll add that high school to the list for you. But you got BA and Piper locked up.
Oh yeah, that's a done deal right there.
Yeah.
Lakes Middle, I went to Lakes Middle. I wasn't blessed to go to Lauderhill like all y'all can. But
I ain't going to Lauderhill.
Well, you went to Bear? Well, you went to
Bear? I went to Bear. Yeah, I went to Bear. Bear Bears.
Yeah, I figured that. I think your sister told me that.
That's the laziest school mascot of all time.
For real, Bear Bears.
I didn't even think about that.
Come on, man.
Bear Bears.
First day I went there, I said, we're the Bear Bears. Okay.
Bear Bears. What kind of nonsense is that? You couldn't win nothing.
AC, I want you to do that. I want you to get out there, because every year, every season that you miss getting out there, there's some kids that ain't gonna make it that you could have touched. And I really want you to do
That'll
that.
work.
Yeah, man, because Dana coach, Dana coach basketball. You know what I'm saying? He do his thing on the basketball tip up here. Me and Dez about to get back in the coaching on the football tip.
I remember I heard you say that. Yeah.
Yeah, hell, we can get something lined up in Jacksonville when y'all come visit.
You definitely can do that.
You know what I'm saying? You can, reach out to these kids here, because like he said, you got a story, bro, and people need to hear that.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? They definitely need to hear that. And this platform, we appreciate your time. We appreciate you coming on here. Like we said, behind the scenes, off the screen, we definitely wanted you to come on. It was a no-brainer, you know what I'm saying? When my sister reached out to me, I'm like, what? Like, you need a favor? Nah, that's a favor for us. Like, let us know when they're ready. Like, you know what I'm saying? We'll pull them on. That ain't, you know what I mean?
Y'all don't know that's my marketing manager right there.
Hey, she texted me, I need a favor. Like, I'm like, what's going on? Like, what I gotta do? What's happening? Oh, AC wanna come. Oh, when? Like, say the date. Say the date. You know what I mean? So we definitely appreciate you, bro. Whenever that podcast get going, we gonna promote that. The book, whenever we get a date for that, we're gonna promote that. Anything you got going on, this is an open platform for you, bro. We'd love to have you back on. Get on here and chop it up with us. You know what I'm saying? You come on, we can just
We
talk
get back
about
together and I'll throw you some updates. We get back
Yeah.
together because I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna get out there and talk to you
Definitely.
kids.
Yeah, do that.
Yeah. As always, bro. You know, like I say, from me and the fellas, we appreciate your time coming on here, rocking with us. You know what I mean? The whole episode with us. You was up here. You was up here for for Big Norm homegoing.
Oh yeah, Big Norm, baby.
Came up here and rock with the family. You know what I'm saying? We love you, bro. We appreciate your time.
For sure.
Anything you got going on, hit my phone, bro. We gonna put it up for you.
I already know. Yeah,
You know how we get it down, man.
I already know.
Yes, sir.
Again, we appreciate your time, man. Former NFL wide receiver, Mr. Albert Connell, AC. Big bro. Appreciate you, bro. Thank you for coming on and rocking with us, man.
Love y'all, man. Y'all be good.
Man, we love you too, man.
Love you too.
Appreciate you, Glenn. We get coming on, man.
Hey, at the same
Anytime,
time,
man,
Joe,
anytime.
remember, we got to like, subscribe, and share. Comment.
Yeah. Like and subscribe, y'all, man.
subscribe,
What's going on?
share,
I'm gonna put this on my
comment.
page if y'all don't mind.
No,
We posted up everywhere, man. Y'all make sure y'all following everybody Instagram. Oh, we didn't even do that, bro. If you're on IG, let the people know how they can get in contact with you, AC.
Oh, I don't even know my IG.
Oh.
I don't even be on them things like that, man. I might be on Facebook.
Shout out your Facebook.
So
just Albert Connell and Facebook.
Hey,
so that's no IG AC.
That's a shame. I don't know how to do nothing.
no IGAC.
Oh, I know. I think my IG is at So Real ACO. That's my Twitter or something. I don't know.
Look, y'all just look for that. If it pop up on your Twitter or your IG, make sure y'all hit the button and follow it.
Hey, follow me somewhere. You'll see me. I don't know.
Yes, sir.
I'm getting old. I'll be 47 this month, man.
Woo!
Look, hey,
I'm getting up there.
Look, bro, hey,
Blessing.
Happy early birthday, bro. You know
Appreciate
what I'm saying? We're gonna hit you on your birthday. We appreciate y'all looking and liking and commenting and watching the channel. Episode 19. Shout out to all the viewers, man. We've been doing some crazy numbers these last couple of episodes. We appreciate y'all, man.
Let's keep it going.
Shout out to the subscribers, man. We over 400 subscribers. We on our way to 500. We're gonna do the giveaway at 500. If y'all know somebody that got something going on in their life, got a story to tell, man, drop the information in the comments. Get them in contact with us so we can get them on the podcast. Like we said, we tapping in the eye circle. We got a lot of people in our circle, but if it's somebody in our circle that's doing something that you know in your circle, put them in our circle, man. You know what I mean? Make the circle get bigger. You know what I mean? We building this community up. Y'all know 100 episodes in 100 weeks. You look like a podcast. Look out for the shirts. Hit our executive producer. Where he at? He over here on our screen. You know what I mean?
He like,
hey, hit the EP up. You know what I'm saying? y'all want a shirt order? Shout out to Mo. Mo say her nation need a medium shirt. You know what I'm saying? Get them they shirts. You know what I mean? If y'all need a shirt, shout out to bro. Get y'all a shirt, man. You look like a podcast. Episode 19. Long live Big Norm. Y'all see the background.
Hey,
my dog Norm right there. Hey, Norm was in the beard gang on that picture right there. Shout out to my dog.
Shout out.
Long live Norm.
Big Norm. No, long live.
Yes, sir.
We love you.
Yes, sir.
Love
you
you,
like
bro.
a podcast, man. Yo, fellas, I love y'all, man. Appreciate it.
Y'all be good.
Yes,
be
sir.
safe, fellas.